Wonderful friends, I want to especially welcome you to a wonderful series in this Success, Money, and Leadership series. My name is BARR.IKENNA Emmanuel. I'm the lead pastor of Faithhouse Leadership Churches worldwide, and I'm the president of the International Center for Leadership, Diplomacy, Economic, and Human Development. I decided to do or create this leadership, money, and success series to help you improve when it has to do with your success drive, when it has to do with your money drive, and then becoming a better person in the place of your leadership commitment. And I decided to do this, and it's going to help you. Today, I will be focusing on how to improve on your leadership through learning new things and going through history, through learning new things and going through history. I want you to understand this, that every one person that wants to be a leader, whether it's a business leader or a religious leader or civic society leader or political leader, anybody that wants to be a scientific leadership personnel, and everyone that wants to chart a new course in becoming the topmost in his field, in her career as a professor, as a cybersecurity expert, as an agronomist, someone that studied zoology, someone that studied geology and mining, geophysics, or medical doctor, or parasitologist, virologist, or public health consultant, a lawyer, a cobbler, a seamstress, a clothier, anybody who desires to be the leader and sustain himself in that platform of leadership or become a better person in the things that he or she is doing. There are two critical things that you must definitely give attention to. And the more you give attention to such things, you find that every day you're always improving. You find that every day that you're always relevant. You find that every day you're always increasing in your success drive. You're always increasing and improving in your money prosperity and your leadership advancement. Today, I will focus on what I just mentioned before now. The first thing that I said I'm going to talk about is ability to always learn new things. Anyone who desires to improve on his leadership, anyone who desires to make advancement in the area of his leadership must come to understand that for you to do that, you must always learn new things. You must always learn new things. Why should you learn new things? I like the Bible. The Bible is a very wonderful book because it's all encompassing the place of success, all encompassing the area of business, all encompassing the area of money, and all encompassing the area of leadership. Isaiah 42 verse 9 said, "Behold the former things," that's God talking. "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare before they spring forth." In Isaiah 43 verse 19, it said, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth, shall you not know it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." That's God actually saying that he is committed in doing new things. Even in certain persons who are spiritual people, church people, or Christians, even when God has moved, you find that those kind of people, they're always stuck with the old things. And this is one of the things that they don't improve in their leadership development. They don't improve in anything that has to do with their money processes. They don't improve in the area of their success drive. 4 signs, let me just show you quickly before I go into the second one. There are 4 signs that you are not learning new things. You know, a lot of people always get excited when we say learn new things, learn new things. There are 4 signs that you need to know. As long as you are within this environment of these 4 signs, you've got to discover that you're not learning new things. Number 1 is when you are not learning new things, you do not have any idea to implement in your career, business, ministry, calling, family, or business. whenever you don't have any new improvement, and whenever you don't have a new implementation in your life, that means you are not learning anything. It's just like a law of cause and effect. Someone who is into cinematography 15 years ago, the kind of thing that he has been doing 15 years ago is the same thing that he's doing now. That means the person is not learning the new thing. Just like what I'm doing currently now, speaking to you on this online platform, is something that I just learned newly, and I'm improving on it daily. This is one of the proofs of the fact that you are learning new things. So anytime you are not doing the new thing, it means that you are not learning new things. Just like God said, He said, "Behold, I do a new thing." The reason why God is doing a new thing or doing new things is because God Himself is learning human beings anew, and He's making sure that He does something new. I want everyone that wants to improve in his leadership, development in the business sector, career sector, ministry, calling, and profession. You must be constantly, consciously deliberate in your drive and your commitment in doing something that is new. So in every new year, it's imperative you begin to look at yourself every new month, every new week, so that you begin to look at new things that you need to do. The second thing is this: when you are not learning new things, you do not read much. One of the things that I like doing is I like reading. Currently, I am working on about 3 books that I brought out to read. I'm going to study throughout this week and make sure that I give attention to them. I brought them out from my shelves today before I made this broadcast. And it's important we understand is that any man, any woman, any business person, any clergy, any bishop, any entrepreneur that is not reading, such kind of person will definitely not learn new things, because there is always this drive. Books are a kind of a well of new things, that whenever you are reading, you're constantly reading something. You find yourself that you're always learning new things, and your leadership capacity is growing. The third thing that happens to you, and you know that, or the third thing that you do, and is a proof to the fact that you are not learning new things, is you are not learning new things. You are not under pressure to study, to practice, and to train. You are not under pressure to study, to practice, and to train. I am always under pressure to practice the things that I've learned. I am always under pressure to learn. I am always under pressure to practice. I'm always under pressure to train. In fact, I want a lot of people to come to teach me. I'm always looking for someone to teach me something, to train me on a particular thing. But you find people who are always against training, people who are tired of practicing, people who are very, very much tired in studying, whether you are trying to improve on your academics, you're trying to study a particular area of pursuit, you will discover that you are not learning something that is new. So it's important you know that the proof of the fact that you're not learning new things is when you are not under pressure. I mean, a sense of dissatisfaction with the present. Once you are not under pressure to learn, once you're not under pressure to practice, and once you're not under pressure to train yourself, you find out that you're not going to learn new things. And the fourth one is when you are not learning new things, no one will criticize you. Anytime you find someone that is not being criticized, it's an indication that the person is not learning something new. So it's important that you begin to learn something that is new. As a person, it is important for you to begin to learn and improve on yourself and practice. And that is how to grow your leadership capacity. The second one for today is the issue of history. The second way, or the second process, of the second system that everyone must engage himself, every would-be leader or every leader want to improve on yourself or make yourself better, is to focus and give attention to history. Is to focus and give attention to history. And one of the reasons why you must go about history is that it helps you overcome the disadvantage of youthfulness, the disadvantages of youthfulness and inexperience. Studying history helps you to overcome the disadvantages of youthfulness and inexperience. When we talk about youthfulness, we're not talking about physical age. Maybe you're a teenager or whatever. You can be exposed to disadvantages of youthfulness when you are a chief executive officer. You've not been able to grow when it has to do with managing people. You are still a youth in that profession, even though you may be 56 or you may be 60. I just pray you understand what I'm saying. And then there's what is called the inexperience of youthfulness. There's a whole lot of inexperience everywhere. You find that most people find you want to go and look for a job. They say 5 years experience, 3 years experience, 10 years experience, whereas you just graduated from the university. Listen, where am I going to get the experience from? But you know what? You can actually get this experience from studying history. So everyone who wants to grow his leadership capacity must be somebody that is given to what I call commitment to study of history. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9 and 10 says, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and the thing which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see that this thing is new? It had already been of old time, which was before us. That's Ecclesiastes chapter number 1, verse number 9. Verse number 10. This is what Message Bible says. It said, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and the thing which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, this is a new thing? There's nothing new. All the technologies you're seeing, that people are saying this is new, this is new. No, not at all. The study of history makes you mature as a leader, and then you understand how to go through the process. 7 reasons why every leader must study history. What are the 7 reasons why every leader must study history? Number 1, history is the greatest source of knowledge and wisdom. History is the greatest source of knowledge and wisdom, and it is the second to scriptures. History is the basis of knowledge and wisdom, and is the second to his scriptures. Scriptures, the Bible, is a compendium of history beyond history. So once you're studying history of America, history of businesses that started and how they failed, history of setting up, or how to set up and incorporate a company, how to set up a system, as long as you are studying history, you will find that you're going to improve. The second thing is that the scriptures itself is filled with history lessons. In history, you get to know a whole lot of lessons, and then you avoid the mistakes of the people. In history, you avoid the mistake of repeating someone's failure. In history, you avoid the mistake of repeating someone's failure. As long as you are someone that is given to history, you discover how did this person do it, and how is it that this person did not succeed in this thing. Somebody always say that experience is the best teacher. No, I want to learn from someone's experience so that I will not fall into that. I don't need to sleep around for me to realize that I need to keep to myself and keep to my wife. I don't need to get it from an experience that is very deadly and irreversible. So it's important to learn history and learn how to behave yourself so that you're not going to repeat the mistake of someone else. I want to also let us know the reason why you must go for history is because history repeats itself. There's always a recycling of history. Businesses are always recycling ideas, just a little bit of the improvement of certain technology. History will always repeat itself. The next one is that the reason why you must go for history is because many things are programmed in circles. Many things in life are programmed in circles. You find out that the kind of clothes we're putting on 20 years ago, our fathers were putting on 20 years ago, is currently what the new generation of young people are getting excited. The Afro hair that one of my good friends and protege is putting on now. If about 15 years ago, he couldn't put on that something because to him, if you why are you keeping your hair bushy? Can you imagine my hair? You can imagine the kind of hair I'm putting on now. That was the kind of hair my dad was putting on far back as 1947, 1948, 1949. But 20 years ago, nobody wants to keep hair. Everybody wants to go on low cut. But now, everything goes on in circles. So once you study history, you can actually take advantage of it, grow with it, and avoid a lot of mistakes around that. And finally, boldness and confidence are fruits of studying history. Boldness and confidence are fruits of studying history. So whenever you are studying history, you are experiencing and gathering momentum, boldness and confidence. The way you talk, the way you reason with people, the way you calculate issues, the way you organize yourself, all has to do with history. So you find out that a leader who comes into an environment, a business leader, a church leader, a scientist, or a principal of a school, a lecturer who is abreast, committed in the area of history, the person definitely will grow more than every other person. Historians are always driving when it has to do with leadership. They are always abreast, even though they may look very young, but they talk with a certain level of confidence. Why? Because they have traveled back to the olden times and they have translated their experiences and their technical know-how to the present, that many people may not have the privilege to travel, and they become teachers. They become more confident. They talk with a high level of audacity, a high level of confidence. They are always out to teach people, because there's history of education, there's history of there's history of pediatric medicine, there's history of public health, there's history of rule of law, there's history of legal practice, there is history of everything. There is history. Everything on earth has history. And once you are good at history, you are always ahead of every other person, naturally, every other person that is around you. Those that study history and international relations, those guys are doing great. Those that study history as a single honor, they are always abreast. They will always give you a historical antecedent of a particular ideology, of a particular phenomenon, of a particular hypothesis, of a particular occurrence, from politics to government, from government to economics, from economics to arithmetic, from arithmetic to public health, from public health to mass communication, from mass communication to engineering. So wow, once you are someone that is willing to sit down and go after history and study history, autobiography or biographies of people, you have a whole lot of experience and you grow your capacity as a leader. What have I said to you today? Make sure that you are always learning new things, and always make sure that you are always learning old things. So the simple explanation of history is learning old things, and the easiest way for you to be ahead is always learn new things. So the combination of learning new things and reading old things definitely will make you a powerful leader, and you become the best in your business, the best in your career, the best in your ministry, the best in your political pursuit, the best in your innovation strands, the best in your family system. You need to go for history, and as you do that, God is going to bless you. Everything about your life is going to improve like never before. And I speak to you today, go for history, and I command that you shall meet one historical document that can cause your life to excel. And I speak to your life that every part of your being will grow like never before. And I silence the voice of the wicked around your destiny, and I command the light shall shine out of darkness in the name of Jesus Christ. And I speak to you today that the wisdom of God, the scriptures will open up to you like never before. Walk in this dimension and let your light shine, and you become the best in the name of Jesus Christ. My friend, I'm done with you. My name is BARR.IKENNA Emmanuel. I'm the lead pastor of Faithhouse Leadership Churches Worldwide and the president of the International Center for Leadership, Diplomacy, Economic, and Human Development. Please click on the like button, and also for further videos, go to our YouTube channel, FaithhouseTv. You can also share with your friends, and I want to let you know they're going to be blessed, and let's connect ourselves together. We're going to help you become the best. God bless you till I see you in the next video. Keep keeping on.